challenge to the prohibition of online gaming. The entire issue of GST and, my lords, the states had prohibited. People are all unemployed now.
Legislative competence of legislature vis-a-vis parliament. The parliament has gone beyond that, my lord, which is not there in the state.
High on board. However, it's suddenly gone off his board. We were told, my lord, we have to move for an early hearing and fixing a date before my lords. Although it was on his lordship's board, and his lordship had also passed an order to high on board for hearing on 26th November.
This matter pertains to the challenge to the virus.
Challenge to the prohibition of online gaming. Virus.
Through a statutory intervention.
Absolutely.
What has happened is the act has not been notified, but it is all the banks, everything is shut down. So we have lost 300 people have lost their jobs. It is complete uncertainty.
So I will list it in January.
Please.
It should go ordinarily before a three-judge bench. Constitutionality.
What happened was
The early
was heard by the same bench.
because, my lords, earlier was the GST issue.
Was
The entire issue of GST and, my lords, the states had prohibited.
But at that time, this 25 enactment was not there.
I'll explain.
No.
I recollect those matters once came before my bench. I was sitting with Chief Justice and CJI.
My lord, and then what happened was the states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu passed acts prohibiting online gaming. Those, my lords, had been decided against the state by the high courts, and those appeals came up. His Lordship Justice Pardiwala heard those appeals and has reserved judgment in those matters also. That was challenging the state acts.
That judgment will definitely enlighten us on the issue.
They both will be connected. That both will be connected, which is why his lordship said this should be listed high on board, because the act of the same effect by the
I
central
will take a
government now.
call because the virus matter I am thinking of listing before three-judge benches. As a matter of policy, most of the statutes wherever this issue is coming. But let's see, meanwhile, let's hope for...
My lord, sir, only urgency is only we pleading urgency because people are all unemployed now.
No, I will list it only in January, and meanwhile, I will decide the composition and everything.
Your Lordship is right. It should better to go three-judge bench. Only thing in this matter, it was heard for several weeks. All of us argued also.
That was on the
State also-
taxation aspect.
No, on the state
No, on
validity also
prohibition.
it came. We have no problem come to three judges also. But we are just saying that this was first posted before that bench. We filed all the pleadings. And here what's happening is the state validity came up there. Your Lordship may pose before this because they heard the whole thing at length. Betting, gambling, that the parliament has competence because betting and gambling is a state.
Whether it's entry 34 or
What
entry
is game
21 of list
game of
1
grants,
or
all has
34.
been exhaustively argued.
No, the matter which has been argued where the judgment is awaited, that would, is that judgment also going to give any opinion with respect to the power of the state?
State. In fact, my lord, that is the exact point.
These
In
were
that
state-
particular state, in that particular judgment, one of the arguments I had taken up in that case was lack of competence, legislative competence of the state for online gaming. Here the center is, and that's an argument being taken here,
so
whether the
therefore-
center has the online, has the legislative competence.
Therefore, Mr. Sundaram, within our federal structure, if they ultimately your argument is accepted that state is incompetent,
Yes.
then at least center will...
Absolutely. Therefore, the two were connected, which is why his lordship said
So let's
he'll
have-
hear this matter so he can decide
So
both.
let us have the opinion that whether the state is competent or not. Because if the state is held to be competent, then there will be some questionable issues with respect to central law.
Which is why his lordship said list this matter also so that he can decide it both, because the other is saying state is incompetent.
both matters-
Here the question is whether the
I-
center is competent,
I must
union is
say, I
competent.
must say,
Just one supplement.
It may not be just legislative competence of legislature vis-a-vis parliament. The parliament has gone beyond that, my lord, which is not there in the state. So it would be a separate issue and separate argument.
Lord, may I just mention one thing?
Anyway, we'll list the
The
matter.
basic
and we'll
point, Lord,
see.
is betting and gambling is a state subject. And we said that it's a game of skill.
This matter-
Can't be betting and gambling.
But see that my decision to list all these matters.
In the month of January, if at all possible, my lord.
January, we are.
I'm very,
Everything is shut down.
very obliged.
Everything is shut down.
So we are listing in January. That's what I'm
Very obliged.
promising.
Great.